All right, first of all, hats off to the student section tonight. They came out, they were lively, they did a great job. The Bear Apocalypse guys were on campus all week long, getting the people excited to come out to the game, and they showed up, and I really appreciate their support. They're working extremely hard, and we're heading in the right direction. It's always good to get in the W column. I like our football team. I've said it all along. This week I think we've had our best week of practice. Still some things to clean up in the game. Too many penalties at times. And we have to remain efficient. I think Jacob had one of the most efficient games he's ever had. I'm not sure about his completion percentage, but the ability to efficiently run the ball, Jacardia did a nice job on the ground, which opened up some things for Jacob. And the other thing I think he did was make some really good decisions. When we needed him to run, he ran and was able to get down and stay healthy and safe, which was good. Defensively, loved the way we were able to affect the throwing lanes, create some turnovers when we needed them. And again, overall, good day to be a Missouri State Bear.
Yeah, just jumping out to a 21-0 lead right off the bat. Just the things that you saw from this week just kind of flow into that.
Yeah, again, I think it's all about being efficient on offense and then being able to get off the field on third down. I'm not sure exactly in the first quarter what the third down percentage was on their side, but it couldn't have been very good. And that was the plan: get off the field in 3 downs. Give the ball to the offense. We had a good plan going in with the offense. And, hats off to those guys on the offensive line that stepped in, did a nice job in protection to open those throwing lanes. And, yeah, the plan came together. Proud of the staff, proud of the players, and it's a good time in that locker room right now.
On the flip side, 21-0, you guys win 28-14. Just the rest of the game, did you like how that played out?
Yeah, like I said, winning is hard. We won the game. I'm happy about that. Obviously, there's some things that we'll get to on the film. Our guys play extremely hard. They care about each other. They care about their teammates. And I think if we can continue to do that and continue to tighten the screws on, late game things that come up, I think we'll be just fine.
What particular physical advantages did you see? It seemed like you kind of went right at it with Jacardia, kind of mixed up with the passing game a little bit. Was there anything in particular you kind of saw you could probably expose?
No, I like their football team. I talked to the head coach earlier. I have a lot of respect for him. They're a well-coached team. They're tough. They're physical. Again, I just think that our plan came to life. We knew what we could take advantage of in the scheme. It's not necessarily just overpowering. We liked our scheme versus kind of some things they did with their 4 down, 3 down fronts. And again, I think we were able to pump the ball vertically when we needed to.
Looked like the offensive line was creating some big holes for Jacardia. Saw that you guys rolled out with the same offensive line that you have been playing at least last week.
Yeah.
Just what you make of that unit, how it's coming together, and I'm sure you're getting closer to Eric and Christian coming back.
Yeah, I go back to the week of prep. Those guys knew that they were going to be the guys. I think that Christian and Big E, those guys are close. I think that we'll hopefully see them next week, but. Again, anytime you can have time together to practice and really work on what you need to work on, it showed up in the game. I think that was the biggest thing, just getting reps together as a starting unit and then operating effectively.
Play where Jacardia went airborne, that kind of made your heart skip a little second?
Yeah, I told him, I said, the jump is awesome. It works every now and then, but there's never a problem with lowering your pads and running through somebody's face.
What do you make of him today? It's hard to believe. Just that's his 3rd 100+ yard game wearing a Bears uniform. Just what was working for him. And I'm sure that's going to be an emphasis in future weeks.
I don't know if I've seen a more determined football player. He had a look in his eye all week that this was his week, and we were going to feed him the rock and showcase his talent, and he did. The one thing Jacardia does is he rarely goes down on first contact. You see him being able to break tackles and make powerful runs, and all that does is just amplify the attitude of the entire offense, whether it's offensive line, wide receivers, quarterback, everybody. When you see him make tough physical runs, that's what gets you going.
And Jacob's efficiency. I have 5 incompletions. There were a couple really long stretches without an incompletion. I think that last stretch would have he would have completed like his last 15 passes if there wasn't a drop. It's just what you make of that, and just seeing his comfort come along throughout the season.
Yeah, he's a talented player. He sees the field extremely well. He's the field general out there. The thing that you see that he does really well, he's able to identify pre-snap what he's getting and know exactly where he's going with the football. I think that is tremendous growth because, yeah, last year he had a few games, he was able to do a few things, but just his growth, being able to ID coverage and pressure and then get to the spot that he needs to is really, really impressive.
What were some of those lessons that you had to learn throughout the 2 losses at the beginning of the year that you saw them actually learn to apply to tonight?
Yeah, we still had a few penalty issues tonight, but I think they understand that we have to play good, clean football to win games. Whether you're playing the local high school team or whether you're playing one of the best in the conference, it doesn't matter. You can't beat yourself. And last week we had some turnover issues. We were able to take care of the football. And again, I think we continue to grow each week. I like the players in the locker room, and they're on a mission. I can't wait to get back to work.
You get a good view of Dylan's pick?
I didn't. I heard it was pretty sweet. One thing about it, he likes to do one-handed catches in practice, and from now on, I won't give him as hard of a time about that.
Danielle, anything from you?
Just coming off of the first 2 games of the season, going into this one, did you notice even maybe like a little bit of an energy shift going into the game?
Yeah, anytime you can play at home, it's nice when you don't have to get on a bus or a plane. And I feel like we were rested, we were ready, we were prepared. Nobody flinched in the locker room, whether we were 0-2, whatever that was. We're 1-0 this week, and that's the same plan to move forward and go 1-0 next week.